in the Golok Dham. Yesterday we were in the Golok Dham, and then from the Golok Dham we saw how the Lord was performing the Leela and how the gopis were assisting him. Then we saw everybody's house over there. Then slowly we came to Navdvip Dham, and in Navdvip we saw Lord Chaitanya's Leelas. Then Mathura, as I said, that both the boys were young boys, so there was a little bit of Madhurya over there, where the people of Mathura were attracted. Jagannath Puri, there is Bhava, so Bhava is there. Dwarka is Sampurna Aishwarya. Now, once the Dwarka point is completed, we will come down now. Then we were talking about Vasudev, Sankarshan, Pradyuman, Aniruddha, the Chaturvyuha who are there. So on the south, always Sankarshan will sit. And Vasudev will always be on the eastern gate. Vasudev will be always east and Sankarshan will be always south. As I said to you yesterday, from Krishna comes Balram. From Balram comes the four Chaturvyuha. And please remember that Balram is there in all the bhavs. Balram is in Shanta as the complete paraphernalia, the Sandhini Shakti by which the entire system comes into existence. So Shanta. Dasya. Balram is the best servant of the Lord. He becomes the Ananta Shesha, he becomes a flute, he becomes the Mridanga, he becomes his chappal, he becomes his dress, everything. So Dasya. Sakhya, they both are the best friends. There is no friend better than Balram. Vatsalya, he is the elder brother of the Lord, so he takes care like a small child. In Madhurya, any idea? Any idea in Madhurya what he comes as?
Anang Manjari, Prabhuji.
He comes as Ananga Manjari. Thank you. Who was that?
Shantala.
Yes, Shantala Mataji. Thank you. So Balram is the only personality who takes all the 5 rasas. Rest, we do not know about others, but Balram is so much desirous. So the same Balram, after giving the complete Goloka, comes to, he removes the Chaturvyu also. Vasudev, Sankarshan, Pradyuman, Aniruddha. The 4 of them are there. And from this Sankarshan is also called Adi Sankarshan. He is also called Adi Sankarshan. So from Adi Sankarshan comes Narayana. From Adi Sankarshan comes Narayana. Now, in Ayodhya, Lord Ramachandra is there. So there are 2 avatarans of Lord Ramachandra. One is, sometimes the Lord comes from Goloka. So in the Goloka, you saw the first Chaturvyuha, Vasudev, Sankarshan, Pradyuman, Aniruddha. So Vasudev becomes Lord Rama. Sankarshan becomes Lakshmana. Pradyuman becomes Bharat. And Aniruddha becomes Shatrughan. Got it? So sometimes the Lord descends from Goloka. And sometimes the Lord comes from Narayana becomes Ram. Ananta becomes Lakshman. Yeah. The Sudarshan Chakra becomes Bharat. And the Shankh becomes Shatrughan. So it is both ways. Sometimes from Vaikuntha the Lord Ramachandra comes. Sometimes from Ayodhya Ramachandra comes. So in the Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya, this is their calculation. That's how it happens. So this is from Laghu Bhagavatamrita, where the explanation is given by Srila Rupa Goswami as to how Lord Ramachandra comes from Ayodhya. So Ayodhya is situated between Vaikuntha and Goloka. Here. Shri Brihad Bhagavatamrita 2.4-239. From here, Vaikuntha, far from here, Vaikuntha lies Ayodhya, the splendid city of Raghupati, the divine master of Raghu dynasty. And beyond that shines the city of Dwarka dear to the Divine Master of Yadus. So you see, as per Rupa Goswami, this is Dwarka, this is Ayodhya. So in Ayodhya, the Lord is separate. He is just with his Sita, Ram, Lakshman, Hanuman. Here he is. So from Ayodhya, now we come down to Vaikuntha. So as I told that this Sri Sankarshana expands to Narayana. And you see this is also the same yellow color, central of the lotus. And the Lord is sitting with his wife Shri, Lakshmi, Leela Shakti, and Bhu Shakti. Bhu is the Dharan Shakti, the one who sustains everybody. Okay? Now, if you see this closely, your akshar, a, I, u, e, ro, everything comes from Vaikuntha. The last word is sh. Now, Savai Pumsa Paro Dharmo Yator Bhaktir Adhokshaje. So Adhokshaja. Can anyone give me the meaning of the word Adhokshaja? You can check in the Bhagavatam and give it, no problem. I've given the verse already. I want someone to answer this. Adhokshaja. So meanwhile, when someone finds an answer, I'll proceed over here. So you see the words are here and there is a Gayatri mantra here, Om Bhurvusva, which I spoke about yesterday. And see who are the people. The Lord is sitting on the Kurma, Asan. Ananta Shesha is behind. Dharma and Jnana are putting the chamar to the Lord. Bhu and Leela are standing to the right and left of the Lord. Garud and Vishwaksena, they are both assembled in the palace of the Lord to serve him. And Aishwarya and Vairagya are sitting with service over there. So you see, whatever we are asking for, dharma, artha, actually Aishwarya is kama. Everybody requires, they are kamna karte hain Aishwarya ki. And Vairagya is towards the moksha. So technically speaking, all are over here. Vishwaksena, any idea who is Vishwaksena? What is his role basically? Today nobody is participating. What happened?
He builds the Vaikuntha, Prabhu. Vishwakshena is in charge of building. No.
He is the
That is
Senapati of the Lord. That is Vishwakarma.
Yeah,
Vishwakarma and Vishwaksena is the Senapati General. He is the Senapati of Lord Narayana.
And Adhokshaja is beyond perception, Prabhu.
Yeah, beyond perception. Thank you, Mataji. Perfect. Yeah. It's good. You all can just go to the system and check it. The reason why I'm asking this question is because I can connect it to the chart. Now you see Vishwaksena is sitting over here. There is something in his hand over here, this one. Can anyone identify what is that in his hand?
Arrow.
Bow,
Prabhuji.
arrow.
Yeah, we call it in South
Sorry.
India as veil. Single.
Allah?
That is called shul. One is Trishul, जो शिव के हाथ में होता है. This is shul. This is single is shul, which is very pointed arrow. So who carries the shul or the veil in the material world? In the material world, one devta is there who has this weapon as a shul in his hand. The South Indians will know that.
Kartikeya.
Absolutely. Subramanyam Kartikeya. So what is Subramanyam Kartikeya's shul doing with Vishwaksena? I'll get back to you on that.
Same, Prabhuji. They are the same, no?
There is a slight difference. I'll let you know. And in the Vaishnava Sampradaya, when you do the Argya Puja or the first puja, during the puja, mostly you will see Ganesh is not invited. Who is invited instead of Ganesh?
Vishwakshena.
True. So Vishwaksena has two roles in Vaikuntha. One is the Vignaharta and one is the Senapati General. Who's the Senapati General of the Devatas?
Kartikeya.
Kartikeya. In Bhagavad Gita, what does Krishna says? That of the Senapati General, I am Skanda. Right? In the 11th chapter, when he talks about his opulence, he says, of all the Senapati Generals, I am Skanda. Skanda means Kartikeya. The meaning of the Skanda means one who flow from the womb of his mother, who could not sustain, the mother could not sustain the child and she let the child go. So the same Vishwaksena, when he comes to the material world, he splits into two, Kartik and Ganesh, as son of Lord Shiva. So Kartik is the Senapati General and Ganesh is the Vignaharta. So in the Vaikuntha planetary system, it is 2 in 1. So Vishwaksena is here, over here. So are we clear on this? Then you have Garuda over here, praying to the Lord, ready for the services. And Narayana, other than the 3, he has another 8 wives. Ishani, Vimla, Utkarshani, Janan, Jnana, Kriya, Yoga, Prahavi, Satya. So you know who are these 8 wives? The Ashtasakhi. When Krishna comes as Narayana, Radha comes as Lakshmi. The Ashtasakhi, they take the roles of this wife. Ishan, Vimla, Utkarshani, Jnana, Kriya, Yoga, Prahavi. So like that they go. So this is the first avarna. Again, this is very personal. Okay. Then in the second avarna comes the Dvitiya Chaturvyu. So Dvitiya Chaturvyu means Vasudev, Sankarshan, Pradyuman, Aniruddha. So this is the second Chaturvyu. So again, I'm telling Krishna, Balram, Vasudev, Sankarshan, Pradyuman, Aniruddha of Goloka. From the Sankarshan of Goloka, who is also called Mula Sankarshan, comes, whose Adi Sankarshan comes Narayana. Then Narayana expands into second Chaturvyu, Vasudev, Sankarshan, Pradyuman, Aniruddha. Okay. So Narayana has his own Chaturvyuha and the wife of each is mentioned over here. Their names are given here. Vasudev's wife is Lakshmi. Sankarshan's wife is Saraswati. Pradyuman's wife is Rati. And Aniruddha's wife is Kanti. So these are the 4 personalities. Then this is the second avarna. First is this, second is this. In the third avarna, you have the 24 Swarup of the Lord. Om Keshwaya Nama, Om Narayana Nama, Om Madhvaya Nama, Om Govinda Nama, Om Vishnave Nama, Om Madhusudana. So you know you do the Dwadash Tilak and then you do the purification of the body. So in the third one is the 24 Narayanas whose details are there in the second canto of Srimad Bhagavatam in the chapter called Paramatma. The chapter that depicts Paramatma, you have these details. In the fourth avarna, you have the Dash Avatar. See, Kalki is there, Matsya is there, Kurma is there. This is the one. Varaha is there. So like that. Okay. In the fifth avarna, are the gatekeepers. Padmanidhi, Shankanidhi. Oh, who is this person? Can anyone tell me who is this?
Ganesha.
So you see, there is one Ganesh in the Vaikuntha also. But he is not the Ganesh who is the son of Lord Shiva. He is a pure devotee of the Lord, he is a Vaishnava. He only has the face of Ganesh. So, in the material world, whoever the Devatas are there, they are the reflection of the spiritual world personalities. So this Ganesha is not the Vignaharta Ganesh that we think that is down. He's just a pure devotee serving the Lord over there. So Ganesh is there, okay. Then this is Vishwaksena. The sixth Avarna is basically their house, Vishwaksena's house. So Vishwaksena is here. Who is this? She is
Durga Mata.
Durga. This is Divya Durga Mataji. Okay. She is the spiritual potency of the Lord, the Antaranga Shakti. She is a part of the Antaranga Shakti. She is not Lord Shiva's wife. She is the eternal servant of the Lord who empowers Mother Durga and the material world to carry out her activities. So this is Divya Durga.
Prabhu, Vishwakshena is two personalities, one with the Lord
No,
and
that
one.
was Mataji, the Vishwaksena sitting with Narayana, that is the office. And this is the house. Now I've taken to the house of everybody. In the sixth hour, the staff quarters is there in our language to understand. There's Ananta. And there is Achyuta. So let's go to the seventh hour now. You have Rigved. See, there also the personality sitting. There, where did you see the Rigved? They were sitting in the Yantra gate, right? That's your four Vedas. Here it is in the seventh hour now. Here, Gayatri Mata is in the spiritual world. See, Gayatri means one who seeks three Vedas: Rigved, Yajurved, Samved, who keeps singing. And she is also called Ved Mata Gayatri, who introduces through Vedas who is the Purna Purushottam Bhagavan Sri Krishna. So this is Gayatri. Yajurved. This Garuda is staying in the next Avarna in his house. Samved is here. Dharma is here. So Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. So they are all in the seventh Avarna. Atharva Ved. Makha. So who is Makha? Can anyone say who is Makha?
Yagyapati Vishnu is Makha.
Makha, yes, Yagnapati. So where have you heard his name? In which shloka of Srimad Bhagavatam? Very famous verse that we sing. Kriteya Dhyayeto Vishnu Tretanam Yajato. Can fill in the blanks. Tretanam Yajato
Makha.
Makhai. So this is that Makha. So when you put the oblations and when you do the yagya, it is Makha personality. The personality of Godhead Makha comes and accepts the oblation. He is red in color basically. So this is Makha. Now we will see the Devtas and the other Parshad. So Sudarshan Chakra stays here in the last Avarna. Agni Dev is there. So these are spiritual Devtas. Sudarshan Chakra. So this is the Gada of the Lord. Can anyone tell me what is the name of the Gada of the Lord?
Komodani.
Yes, Kaumudani. Somebody can make the note of that. And Yamraj is on the south gate. Yeah. This is the south gate of Vaikuntha. Yama is sitting here. Yama Dharma. Then you have Lotus and the Niritti. He is one Devta. Then you have Varuna and Sword. So Sword is Khadaga. Any idea? This sword came down as a Parshada of the Lord? In which avatar? In which name?
Annamaya, Prabhu.
Yes, Annamacharya. Sankirtan Acharya Annamay. He was the sword of the Lord. You must have seen the movie in Telugu also. It is a beautiful movie which depicts the glories of this wonderful Acharya. And that was the Khadak of the Lord. Why Khadak came in the Kali Yuga? Any idea? What does the Khadak does? What does the sword does? The sword cuts the things into pieces. So this sword of the Lord came as Annamacharya Sankirtan to cut the knots of the Hridayantasti, Hridaya Granthi. The Grantha is there, no? The knots, hard material knots, he cuts that. So the Khadak is there. And you have the bow of the Lord. So the bow of the Lord is called
Sarang, your Sharang, something like
yeah, Sharanga. And Vishnu's name is Sharangapane. So the bow is here. So you see all the Parshads of the Lord has taken care of them so nicely. Like once you go there, see Kuber is here again in the north, see? And this is the plow of Lord Balram. This is the plow. And Kovera is here in the north. Northeast is Ishan. And this is the mace. Indradev. And the Panchajanya Shank is here on the eastern side. East is always Panchajanya with Indra. And these are the Chanda, Prachanda, Kaumuda. These are the Dwarpals on the eastern gate. Kumudaksha on the northeast and southeast. Bhadra, Subhadra, Pundrika on the south gate. Vamana on southwest. This is not the Vamana Avtara. And the famous Jai Vijay and Shankur Karna, they are on the western gate. So Shank and Jai Vijay fell down from the western gate of Vaikuntha. Sarva Netra is from southwest, northwest, sorry. Dhata Vidata Sumukha is on north. And Supratishta is in northeast corner with Ishan. So with Ishan is there. So this is the Vaikuntha planetary systems. Yesterday I showed you the trident and the mantras together. Here it is, see. Om Lam Indraya Nama, because I showed you that Indra is sitting in the eastern gate always. So this is also facing that side. Then you have the pearl over here, ruby. Various Vedas. Om Ham Ishanaya Nama, this is the northeast. The mantra is sitting there for protection and prevention of illegal immigrants. Om Sham Kuveraya Nama. And here you have Om Yam Vyavasvaya Namaha. Vayu Nama, sorry. So Vayu is on the other side. Then you have Samved and Kama. Again you have emerald and diamond. And this side is Om Vam Varunaya Namaha. So in this way, the entire area of Goloka and the Vaikuntha is protected by various mantras. And here you have Om Sham Rakshasaya Namaha. Om Mam Yamaya Namaha. South gate. Southeast is Om Ram Agnaya Nama. So हमारा kitchen भी हमेशा southeast में होता है. Remember when the Mataji is there, see, it is in the southeast. Yep. The kitchen is always in the southeast. It's called Agni Kon. So this is what we have completed the Vaikuntha planetary system, Goloka planetary system. Now we come down to Brahmajyoti. So what is Brahmajyoti? As you can see from the light, Brahmajyoti is the light emanating from the Vaikuntha planetary system, which are self-illuminated. They do not require a sun or a moon to give them the light, or an electricity to give them a light. So that is the reason it's called Brahmajyoti, the one that comes from the body of the Brahman, which is Vishnu or Krishna. Then, as I said, that in between Vaikuntha and earth, there is a connectivity which is called Mahakal Dham or Sadashiv Lok. So Sadashiv Lok is here and Mahakal Dham is here. Mataji, it is 10:58 now. We started at 10:30. I would request that if there are any questions, because this is a little bit technical, so I will have to start afresh tomorrow. That will be the last session. What is your take on that, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhu, sure, we can do that. And now we can take a couple of questions if there is
Because
any.
they may have questions related to Golok and Vaikuntha, which we can tackle it today. Because tomorrow this will be little bit brainstorming will be there. So everybody has to be very deeply focused when they are listening to this.
Mm.
How the creation takes place and how it goes up.
Yes, Prabhu. So who goes to Vaikuntha? First question, Prabhu, from my side.
Yeah.
Which
Prabhu, we can see that there are Vedas in the Golok also, in this yantra,
Vaikuntha also.
and in the Vaikunt also as a personified form.
Yeah.
So, is there any difference between both the Vedas, or why they are kept in both the things? Can you please?
They are not different, they are the same. Wherever the Lord expands and goes, they go piche piche seva karne ke liye. So when Krishna is in Goloka, they serve him there. When Krishna comes to Vaikuntha also, they come and serve him there. Because they cannot live without him. There is a beautiful prayer stuti in Bhagavatam, where prayers by Vedas personified. If you read that, you will come to know that they eternally go there and seek the blessings of the Lord and serve them eternally. And what exactly comes in them written is what they have done during the service of the Lord.
But
They-
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. But these Vedas are very concise, isn't it? It's actually very elaborate, no? In the spiritual world, it's like inconceivable, right?
Inconceivable, because in the spiritual world they are completely inconceivable. But when they come to the material world, based on, as I told you, our capacity, Vyasdev compiles them or gets it compiled.
And the Ganesha who you showed, did he write the scriptures with Vyasdev or no? That was
No.
another
This
Ganesha.
Ganesha, this just by the face, he looks like a Ganesha and his name is Ganesha. But he is
Okay.
not the elephant-headed Ganesha of Lord Shiva. That is a different one.
Mm.
What happens is tomorrow when you see in the creation, I will let you all know that how these devatas are created, the positions are given. The spiritual world devatas, they assimilate outside the material world in the Brahmand. Just a minute. Now this is one Brahman, the black one. So they assimilate somewhere here, empower the Jiva as Indra or Rudra or whatever it is, and then go back to Godhead and serve the Lord again. They have no business in the material world. So that's how it works.
Wow, that's interesting, which means they do their duties and then go back. Yeah.
Yeah. Because what happens, Mataji, in the material world, we were all once upon a time Brahma, Indra, Chandra, all of us. We all fell down from the material spiritual world as Brahma. अभी देखो ब्रह्मा से हालत क्या हो गया हम लोगों का? Where are we?
Mm.
And still we don't get the idea that we have to go back home, back to Godhead.
But Prabhuji, on the way you said that we shouldn't get excited about the rubies and diamonds. But what if we just appreciate and say, "Wow, it's looking so
That,
beautiful"?
yeah, that appreciation is just, you have to understand that, the attraction and appreciation are two different things. You may not be attracted and be appreciating, and you may be attracted and not appreciating. Am I right?
Good point. Yes, I got it, Prabhu.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But then what happens is like, yes, you appreciate, wow, Krishna, you have done such a wonderful job. But for me, you are the original Ruby. I'm not falling for this.
Yeah, like Dhruv Maharaj, na, when he kept
Yes.
ascending, but he said, "I want to see Krishna." Yeah.
And another thing is like, That is where the Guru comes in as a very powerful personality, because the Guru actually takes you back to Godhead. So when Guru is there with you, no rubies or anything will attract you. That's the biggest thing. Because हम अपने बलबूते पर कितना जाएंगे? We don't have the capacity. We are very, 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 very anu, very small.
Hmm.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yesterday, yes,
Ji,
Mataji.
what is the difference
Uh,
between the two Chaturvyuhas? The first in the Golok and then in this Vaikuntha. What is the difference between them?
Actually, there is hardly any difference. It is just that when the Lord comes to execute his orders, he creates the Chaturvyuha. Balram creates the first Chaturvyuha, then Sankarshan is doing this job, and they come down, as I told you, Ramachandra. And in the second Chaturvyuha also, the Mula Sankarshan. The top one was Adi Sankarshan. This gentleman is a Mool Sankarshan, this fellow. So the Mool Sankarshan creates Shirodaksha Vishnu, Garbhodaksha Vishnu, Karunyadaksha Vishnu. The three Purusha avatar is created by this Sankarshan. So they all have one responsibilities. In value wise, in tattva wise, they are all same, no difference. But their mood is different, their service is different.
So the mood and the service differs. That's. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare
Prabhu,
Krishna.
if someone reach to Goloka or Vaikuntha, is there any chance that they will again fall down to this material world? And
Yes.
then if it's yes, then how, Prabhu?
Yatha Ichhasi Tatha Kuru. Your Ichha is still in your hand over there also. That very small amount of free wisdom is there, no? Freedom of choice. Krishna does not take away that choice from even in Goloka. So there, if you go and see, oh, Krishna is having so many servants, why not me? But the only thing is, that is not the place where you can get those things. You have to come down to the earth again. That is the requirement.
Prabhu, yesterday we spoke about Ashtakalas. So you mentioned that each kala is equivalent to 3 hours,
Yeah.
which makes 24 hours. The time period will be different than on Earth, right? So the leading question is
There is no Kal in Vaikuntha.
No, Kalin. So we
The
can.
Kal is only there for calculating the number of hours Krishna can enjoy. It has no effect on no bearing over the people over there.
Correct. Another question regarding to yesterday's session, Prabhuji. You mentioned that the Leelas are happening and is part of Madhurya Rasa. Were Ashtasakhis and Manjaris were the only gopis of beloved Krishna, or were there were more and their names have not been mentioned on this chart? Gopis were in Vira and deep pain due to separation with Krishna. So, do the gopis go through the same pain and anxiety in Goloka as well? As it is said that, Goloka, there is eternal bliss, love, joy, and happiness. So, that was part of the Leela of Krishna, right? So, how it is in Goloka?
In Goloka, there is no viraha.
No Vira.
There is no separation. They are eternally happy. So to enjoy the viraha, they come to the earth.
Okay.
There are two things. Then second thing, the gopis over there, what you have mentioned, I'll give you an idea. I told you yesterday that when Krishna was seeing the Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh in the Devatas, so the Brahmaji gave him a request, my dear Lord, we invite you to Bhumandal.
Right.
Okay. So when he said, I invite you to Bhumandal, so the Lord, he said, okay, just wait. In various avatars, various personalities were attracted to him, of which Rama Avatara, the Dandakanya Rishi Muni also got attracted to him. So all these gopis, all these personalities who got attracted to Krishna became gopis. And the Garga Samhita says, at that point of time when Krishna had already done everything to come down, 300 million gopis came down to earth with Lord Krishna, of which few were like motherly gopis and the rest were all Madhurya gopis. 300 million. So what is the population of UP? Any idea? I'm telling UP, not Mathura.
Not sure, Prabhuji, but definitely more.
Definitely more, but 300 million gopis were only in Vrindavan, Mataji, on the earth. So just imagine कैसे accommodate हुआ, because it is eternally spiritual.
Okay.
It is eternally spiritual, and it is eternally it encompasses everyone, and it keeps expanding. There is no limit to it. So actually the gopis are also limitless, because gopas are those who are Krishna's friend, and gopis are who are Krishna's lovers. And there is unlimited Mataji. So there is no count that you can put it. But only while coming to the earth, it became 300 million. So you can imagine in different verses which are bigger, universes which are bigger, how many more gopis will manifest. And all manifest through Radharani's body.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Prabhu,
Right.
yesterday you said that Hare Krishna Mahamantra came to this material world only. Why not in another planet like Swargaloka or Brahmaloka?
Brahmaloka, he did come because Brahma ke kaan mein to jata hai, I showed you. Yeah. So the original guru of the Brahmaloka material world is Brahmaji. So it was given to Brahma. And remember one thing, earth is the karma bhumi, rest all are bhog bhumis. So where there is karma bhumi, there is where you require the purification and practicing of Krishna conscious. Other lokas, as per your karma, you go and enjoy and come. Earth is the place after, you know what it says, A Brahma Bhuvana Loka Punaravartana Arjuna. Like that it is. So that is the reason the Devatas also want to take birth in the Vaishnava families on the earth. So they wait for their chance, so they can come glorify the Lord and go back to Godhead.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Prabhuji, when we hear the story of Ajamil and Dhruva,
Yes.
so Vishnu Dut comes Nanda Sunanda.
Yeah.
So in Vaikuntha Loka, who are they? Like when we are seeing their position, so where they are positioned and who are they
Okay.
in Avrana? Plus, when you were showing us the expansion of Narayan, I'm seeing sometimes the mace is in the right hand, sometimes it's in the left hand. The position of Shankha and
Based upon the position, the name comes. So that's the reason I gave you the reference of Bhagavatam 2nd canto, Paramatma Swarup, the chapter about Paramatma. You read that the 24 Narayanas, how the name comes, and in which hand the Shankh and Chakra is there, Padma is there, you can see that. So the Vishnu Dutas are eternal servants of the Lord who are staying there. Not all the names could be put over here. As I told you, it will be too complicated. But they are all the eternal servants of the Lord awaiting to get their instructions on working. So Chanda, Nanda and who had come down?
Nanda and Sunanda.
Nanda and Sunanda. So they are also Parshadas of the Lord who are staying in the Avarna, but we could not put the names. There are thousands and thousands of devotees who are Krishna's personal servant. What we have put over here is only the very famous ones. They all stay in the last Avarna, Mataji, here. All the Parshadas of the Lord, the last two Avarnas belongs to them.
Prabhuji, which chapter you asked us to read about this, the Avtaras?
Just a minute, I will tell you. You have something called the Lord in the Heart, chapter number 2. Okay, in that, when you read that, you can see the complete details of the 24 avatars of the Lord who are having the Shankh and Chakra in different hands.
So,
I will
second
send
canto.
second canto. I will send you the detail. I'll send it to Anuradha Mataji. She'll forward it to you.
Prabhuji, I am not in that group, so I won't be able to get that. So it's okay.
We'll reach it to you, Mataji. Shukla Mataji, right?
Shantla. I'm Shantla Mataji.
Yeah, we'll reach it to you.
Okay,
I'll
thank
send
Hare
you.
Krishna Mataji. Mataji, I also require the same.
you could,
Aladini Radhika Desai.
yes,
What we
yes.
will do is Mataji will share her details in the end in the chat, and then you can work it
Hare
out.
Krishna, Prabhuji, another question.
Yeah.
The Saraswati Ma, who is presiding with Sri Sankarshana, and the Saraswati of Brahma, what is the difference, sir?
I was waiting for this question. Luckily, you asked. This is Divya Saraswati Mataji. She is the eternal associate of the Lord as her Ardhangani. When the material world is created, and once the material world is created and Brahma is created, so Brahma's Ardhangani Saraswati is just an amsha of this original Saraswati. She comes down as material knowledge in the material world. Here, this Saraswati is the spiritual knowledge giver in the spiritual world. So she's called Shuddha Saraswati. She's called Shuddha Saraswati. And the Saraswati in the material world is called Dushta Saraswati. Why Dushta? How Saraswati can be Dusht?
Because she's giving material knowledge.
She's
So,
taking it away from Krishna.
yeah.
So we have to always pray to the Lord that, oh Mother Saraswati, if you have to come in our lives, please come as Shuddha Saraswati and give us the knowledge of the Lord, which will bring us closer to Krishna.
Could you please explain why we call Dushta Saraswati?
Dushta means cruel.
Okay, cruel.
That Saraswati, what she does is, under the influence of Maya Devi, as her daughter, I'll get you another this. How many children Parvati has? How many children Parvati or Durga has?
Four.
Yeah. Who are they?
Saraswati Devi, Lakshmi Devi, Ganesha, and Kartikeya.
Yes. So because Saraswati and Lakshmi are the daughters of our Maya Devi, so what is Maya doing? Keeping you away from?
Krishna.
Maya keeps us away from Krishna, right?
Yeah.
So the Lakshmi and the Saraswati will also act in the same way. That is the reason it is called Dushta Saraswati and Dushta Lakshmi. We require spiritual Saraswati and spiritual Lakshmi for our enhancement in Krishna consciousness.
So Prabhu, in that sense, all the gods and goddesses, like demigods, are all dusht in that case.
Well, that is the conclusion of Bhagavatam. But in a way, though they take you away from the material world, but at the times when you are in trouble, and when you start asking for Krishna, then they become good. Actually, they are not good or bad. It is the way how we approach them is good or bad. That makes it that's how they reciprocate. Ye yatha mam prapadyante tam tataiva vajamyaham. Like, see, for example, in the material world, now I know we all pray to Lakshmi ji, right? Especially in the south, I see that, they have the, what do you say, the Lakshmi Puja, what they do, I don't recollect.
Abu,
On-
not so lot of Lakshmi Puja.
No, in that particular month,
Lakshmi.
every
Vaibhav Lakshmi.
Varalakshmi.
Friday, Varalakshmi. So specifically that 4 Fridays we keep it. Am I right, Mataji?
Yes,
I used
Prabhu,
to
for
go
1 month. Ashad Mas.
go to Dharmaraju Mahaprabhu's house. Padmaja Mataji used to keep it. So
Yes,
we
yes.
used to go there. Now, and we also have our Revati Gopi Mataji who used to worship Lakshmi. But in which sense they worshipped? Worshipping is not wrong. In which sense they worship? They said, give us Krishna. Then the same Dushta Lakshmi becomes Shuddha Lakshmi. They are not Dushta, but they will act the way, if you act in a Dushta way, then they will give you Dushtata. They in themselves are pure devotees of the Lord. They are servants of the Lord. They love serving the Lord. They are here to correct us. So when I become very greedy, lots of money comes with me. And then with that I commit sins. Then in the next Janma, what happens? I become a pauper, bhikari. And then I suffer the pangs of daridrata. So though we are terminating, the terminology comes as Dushta Saraswati because material is Jad Vidya. Jad means the roots are there that you will not leave the material world. So we make that Lakshmi or Saraswati to act in a way where they, instead of blessing us, they give us, okay, you want money, take this. You want intelligence, take it. What Kunti Maharani says, Janma, Aishwarya, Shruta, Shribi. Right? Janma means high parentage. Aishwarya means rich. Shruta means very learned. And Shribi matlab very beautiful. These four are Edamana Madapuma. These are the cause of downfall in the material world. Because if you are so intellectual and Saraswati Mata is so much graceful to you, then why do you suffer so much? You know, Keshav Kashmiri Pandit in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, he was Digvijay. He was the greatest devotee of Saraswati. But when it came to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he lost. So he told Mother Saraswati, you did not support me. He said, how can I support? Supreme Personality of Godhead from whom I get my power is standing in front of you. So I cannot win. So that Saraswati is the Divya Saraswati. And this is the Divya Saraswati who gives the Brahma Gayatri to Brahmadev. This Gayatri mantra plus the Hare Krishna Maha mantra is given by this Saraswati. So when we pray to the Mother Saraswati in your house, you put it in your mind, oh Divya Saraswati, oh Shuddha Saraswati, may I have knowledge of Krishna. Please give me Krishna conscious. Then she becomes Shuddha Saraswati. Because she is the same Amsha.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. But in this material world, Prabhu, even to become a devotee or to serve Lord, we need Lakshmi Devi's the blessings.
Yeah, I agree to that point 100%. But how much Lakshmi you can handle? First, the Lord sees whether you can handle, then she will come to you.
No, I just wanted to ask you that then how she became a, I mean, what you said that? Bad Lakshmi Devi.
Yeah.
Dushta,
Bad
Dushta,
Lakshmi, what
Dushta
does,
Lakshmi.
yeah, Dushta Lakshmi kaise hota hai? Now we do only Lakshmi Puja on the Diwali day, right? How many of you keep Lakshmi Narayan together and do the puja? हम सिर्फ लक्ष्मी और गणेश की पूजा करते हैं ना. Ganesh is what? Ganesh
Prabhu,
for,
after coming into ISKCON, we started doing it.
yeah.
That's when we came to know exactly.
Because I used to ask this question to everybody during the Damodar Aarti, that why are you keeping the husband away from the wife? क्या बुरा किया नारायण ने आपका कि आप उसको उसके पत्नी से अलग कर दिया? Why you cannot keep Lakshmi Narayan together and put Ganesh in the front and do the puja? So when Lakshmi you call alone, she comes on which vahan?
Ullu, owl.
उल्लू पर आती है और उल्लू बना के चले जाती है. So she shows her dushta form. So she gives you money, she gives you Aishwarya और उसके साथ घर की शांति चले जाती है. घर में ऐब आ जाते हैं. But when you invite Lakshmi Narayan, then she comes with Lakshmi Narayan on which कौन से वाहन पर आती है? लक्ष्मी नारायण दोनों कौन से वाहन पर आते हैं?
Padma.
गरुड़ के ऊपर आते हैं.
Garud.
Garud comes. So they come in the Garud and both Lakshmi Narayan together come to your house. So when Lakshmi is with Narayan, she cannot be Dushta. She is Shuddha. So as a mother, she does come to your place because you have invited, but she is not happy that you have kept her husband away. I am asking you all, Mataji, with one respectful question now. All our Matajis over here. I will come and say, Mataji, you are wonderful, but I am not happy with your husband coming here. What will be your next reaction? One tight slap?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It should be that way. All I have to say is, Prabhu and Mataji, please come home and bless us. We are inspired by your Prabhu because he gives us so much of knowledge. what will be your outlook? You will become like a mother who will take care of the child. Okay, Prabhu, have this, have this, have this. Why? Because that happiness is there, that feeling is there that my husband is respected and loved. And if that's the case, then this family has to be taken care. So call them together and be happy. Or even if you call Narayan alone, Lakshmi will come.
So Prabhu, Lakshmi Devi and Saraswati Devi, even Ma Durga, they are not dushta. It's depend on us.
It depends
It's
on
depend
you.
on us.
They are all pure personalities, शुद्ध परिस्थिति. But हम जैसा व्यवहार करते हैं उस प्रकार से she will reciprocate. So like in the material world now you have done your studies. Very nice. Now with that studies you get a good job. Fantastic. With that you get good money. Superb. Now what we do with that money?
Yeah.
That is where the dushtata or the shuddhata will be shown. Till that time it's all okay. I don't say don't study. Go get your degrees done. But don't fall for Darwin's theory. We didn't come from monkey to man. We became from man to man only.
So Prabhu, to progress in spiritual life, we need all of three Devis in a good way.
Yes. That's the reason they are there, to take care of you. See, end of the day, Mataji, what we say, Kayena vacha manasendriyeva buddhyatmana prakriti svabhava karomi yakshak sakalam parasmai narayana te samarpayami ante narayana smritihi ante kale cha mamaiva smarana muktava kalevara yaprayati samarbhavam yatrinate asta. The Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam is full of this statement that ante narayana smritihi. Whatever you do, give it to Narayana and you are purified. When whatever you earn, when you give the donation, your money gets purified. When you read scripture, your intelligence gets purified. When you chant the mantra, your mind gets purified. When you take bath, the body gets purified.
Eat prasadam.
Prasadam, the senses get purified. So there is a long list of purificatory process. And all Krishna has made it for us because we decided not to worship him. So he has created a new material world for us so that here हम लोग सुधर के ऊपर जा सकते हैं. This entire Golok chart was made with this in the mind that we all understand where is our destination. हम कैसे जाते हैं travel agency के पास Los Angeles, San Francisco, New York, London, Paris, Belgium. So like that we have created a Goloka chart and we are telling come join us. That's Prabhupada's desire that every soul should be delivered. Yeah.
Prabhuji, thanks to Divya Saraswati Devi for giving this association.
Oh, yes. First, you thank Anuradha Mataji for setting up this program.
Definitely. Yes.
Oh, I am no one. It's only because of your mercy we are getting the knowledge.
Mataji, Prabhupada is so merciful that he has given us so much, and his beautiful disciples have done so much for us. So much. And we are just trying to, spread those glories, Mataji. We are nothing. But such kind of association is a must. It will make us stronger devotees. That's what I say.
Yes.
Any other doubts before entering the material world tomorrow? We are coming back to our place tomorrow. So we went right on top. Now the Skylab has come down to Vaikuntha. Now you are on the border of material and spiritual world. From there we will take on. And be ready with your notes and everything tomorrow.
But we don't want to come back, Prabhuji, on this material.
No, but unless you understand the dynamics, how you will go back?
That is true, Prabhuji, yes.
थोड़ा आपको समझ में आएगा, then you will start wondering, okay, these are the mistakes we have done, so let's do it like that.
Yes.
It is a must because we should do that. We should understand our place. And you see, actually Durga is not at all bad, I will tell you, Mataji. She is a wonderful mother. But what happens, you are all mothers. When the child does not listen, what you will do, tell me? Ek marega ki nahi thapad? That doesn't mean you don't love her. The mothers, if they, especially now I'm telling you a scenario, the child is very rude to the father. The first thing what the mother will say, die, don't do that. If you don't respect your father, you will get nothing. और second time हो गया तो थप्पड़ पड़ता है सीधा. Then Maya has to do that because you're not accepting Krishna. You're taking everything from him and still you're not respecting. Then she has to show her true colors. That is the reason Durga with 20 hands has 18 weapons and only one Padma and one Shankar. So that is the ratio of the people in the material world, 9:1. Where 9 are atheist, 1 is devotee. So for the devotee, that is Shank and Padma. And she has kept so many weapons for what? Because of that manovritti that we have. So thank you very much, everybody, for your nice questions. Yeah, the Adokshaja part, why I was telling that Mataji, Anuradha Mataji, you saw in the Goloka chart in the Vaikuntha that E is there. So and Sha are together. Is the first word and Sha is the last word. In Adhokshaja, and Sha are together. It means one who is beyond and Sha. Means material world के लिए वो ही बना हुआ है या वेदास में है. But if you don't put it into perspective to Lord Narayana, then everything is waste. Shramayava kevalam. Because you cannot with words understand Narayana. That is only a medium to study. So that's the meaning of the word Adokshaja, and that and Sha represents everything comes from that. And each word has got one name. If you read the Vishnu Sahasranam, you will see all these words are used.
Yes, Prabhu.
So little bit on the flip side, basically in South India, especially Tamil Nadu, people don't study the Devangiri script thinking that this is not our language. Well, it comes from Narayana, so it is our language. We should not be thinking that this is south and this is north. When you get the true knowledge, you come to know that these words from where Narayana is sent is his given gift to us.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining this class. Thank you.
So, Prabhu, we have one more request from you.
Yeah.
After this, we would also like to hear from you, Bhakti Lata Bija. There is a chart, and maybe on Monday, if you have time, if you can explain that.
Bhakti Lata Bija Mataji, give me a week's time because I need to prepare a few things in that.
Okay.
It's a beautiful chart, but I had made some notes. I need to go and check. And tomorrow, what I will do is, once I conclude this session, the last session, I will give you some notes, additional tips, which you all can write it down. Something like important for each areas and all and how it works, so that you will just have a beautiful understanding about how to completely see the chart next time when you see yourself. So I had prepared my personal notes in that actually. So unfortunately, I could not get that file because where I kept, I don't know, because too many things in the house is a big difficulty sometimes. So I'll bring that file tomorrow and share with you all the details. Like yesterday, I told you the favorite fruits of Krishna and Radha. Favorite fruit of Chaitanya is very easy. Lord Chaitanya's favorite fruit?
Mango.
Mango and banana, both. Mangoes are super favorite and bananas also there. And vegetable, Mataji was right, arvi. And for Lord Chaitanya, it is all leafy vegetables. Shak. Yeah. So we should also know what Krishna likes. And tomorrow find out who are Krishna's favorite dogs. He has 2 dogs there. So
Oh,
research on Google and get back to me tomorrow. Okay? Krishna has 2 favorite dogs.
yeah, and the dress code, Prabhu, that's the most important. So we can practice here. Dress code for Goloka Vrindavan.
Yeah, the dress code is basically saris and basically also the Vaikuntha is saris basically because you follow Lakshmi ji over there. So you just follow what is Radharani's dress code. Let's see what she wore. Maybe that's a good idea. Mataji gave a good idea. Let's see.
Gopi dress or actually sari only, Prabhu. It's a sari.
See, basically what happens over here is, see, it's a sari only, see. Actually, Gopi dress is like the pavada, where the young girls wear it. In South India, we have a pavada, like partial sari and partial this.
Half sari
So,
because Manjari
half
is maybe.
sari, right? Manjaris wear that. But in Gopi's case, Mataji, they are all mostly saris only.
Yeah.
So we cannot go to the Manjari level anyway. So that is the best way. And another thing, what happens, Mataji, the dress code also, another thing is that we have to be in the mood of service always. So we have to actually follow what Radharani does through the Manjaris and Sakhis and all that. So you see the here also, it is saris, see,
Yeah.
very beautiful saris. The Gopi dress concept has percolated in, but it's better that we stick to something what Prabhupada told us. That is the best way. Because technically speaking, we are all Lakshmi Ji's followers only. Eventually, Radharani manifests to us over a period of time. Because right now, as a sadhaka, we are only doing Aishwarya Bhakti, Mataji. We are not doing Raganuga Bhakti. We are conditioned soul. So better to follow this. Now here also I see whose DP? Ruchi Vatsala. Her DP also I can see the sari is there in the dress.
Yeah, it is sari only.
So let's do that in whichever way it is. And we'll catch up tomorrow at 10:30. And welcome to the material world, and we'll see how the material world functions, how the creation starts, and how we can go back home, back to Godhead.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Prabhu.
Thank you very much. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.